kicker, Steven Gostkowski, now to kick this one off. And we are underway from Arrowhead. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Left, 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 left. SOS. 97's the mic. Left, 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 left.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. This is caught inside the 15.
Yeah, baby.
A huge play there right off the bat. 63 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flipped field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Butker now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at the 20.
Hey, 4 down.
Hey, 20!
They'll run it here. This is James White. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Play 20!
Check 48's the mic.
Brady to throw on 2nd down.
Coming for you, son.
Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. The familiar refrain, Brady to Gronk for the New England first. For Gronk, of course, the big question, has he played his last game in the NFL?
Well, we won't have to wait too long to find out if he sticks with what he told everyone after the ball game. Expects to make a decision in about a week or so. We'll find out. If indeed that was his last game, not only did he go out a winner and on top, how about 6 catches for 87 yards? And don't forget that huge 29-yarder to set up the Patriots' only touchdown.
And speaking of the number 29, that's his age. He'll turn 30 in May. Brady now to throw. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Brady to Gronkowski, they make it look easy, don't they? And it's a Patriot first down.
4 down.
Hey, Alabama.
Hey, watch.
Keep your poise!
Check 52.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Sugar!
He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Whip. Watch the whip.
Regular!
Shift. Rush in.
Hey, goal 66!
Watch twist.
Sit hey, go!
Stay at home.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. The former Bill, Chris Hogan, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Even.
Serve.
Even.
Play 20. Green 80.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
Green 80 hit. Play 10.
From the gun, it's Brady. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Brady to Gronkowski, cover athlete to cover athlete for a Patriot first down. So here's a 1st and 10
Hey,
at the 38.
Alabama.
Strong right.
Play 20. Green 80.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Wait.
Watch out.
One play at a time now. 29. Alpha.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Play 20. Play 20. So don't say nothing.
Safe.
Serve. Ready.
Mike, 53, Mike.
Hey, hut.
All right, D.
Brady now on first down. Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gordon. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Gordon, of course, picked up in a trade from the Browns back on September 18th. And he really should help a Patriot offense that has some question marks at wide receiver.
Yeah, you're banking on a lot of potential here with Josh Gordon because if you get the total package, if you get the size, the speed, the catch radius, the ability to play the ball in the air, he has everything. Could be one of the top 3 or 4 receivers in the NFL when he's on top of his game, and they need him to be that. Remember, they traded Brandon Cooks to the Los Angeles Rams in the offseason.
The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 7.
Hey. We got 3.
Trying to pound it in here with the shell. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Watch tight.
29. Alpha.
Right.
Push it.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Yeah, baby.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough.
Rip.
We got 3.
Play 20. Play 20.
Kill.
Shotgun now for Brady. And that's caught by Gronk for a Pats touchdown. Rob Gronkowski from 8 yards out. And the Patriots are an extra point away from going out in front. Gronkowski the extra point. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Goskowski now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. For the Chiefs, Charles, looking back to last year in summation, 12-4, first time as the #1 seed in the AFC since the mid-90s, 1995. And, yeah, there was a lot of disappointment, understandably so, after that loss to New England. But it's like we were talking about with Patrick Mahomes, a lot to be proud of.
He certainly is.
The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Adrian Claiborne in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw, it's Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail!
Mahomes now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Steps away to his left. And that's caught inside the 30. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. A big play there for KC, and even 40 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Back! Left!
Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Out, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And this is caught at the 8. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey from 3 yards out, and the Chiefs are in for 6. And he's such a talented tight end, just creates nightmarish-type matchups on the other side.
He's so good that when we say tight end, we're almost damning him with faint praise, aren't we? Because he can do it all. He's as good as any receiver in the NFL.
Well, that's the deal. He's a wide receiver, just in a bigger body.
Bigger body, a matchup nightmare, and who's going to cover it? When I sit in the film session, I just look at the coach and say, really? Really? You going to yell at me? You go cover it.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Butker now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy. because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. That's complete. It's Gordon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. That time a slant. Brady in general on those quick hitters, he just releases the ball so fast.
He does, and he's so accurate, but most of the time he wins before the ball's even snapped by his pre-snap read. Finds out where the defense is and delivers it to the proper place.
Move. Wide. Right 20. 380. Sub. Watch twist. Right 20.
On 1st down, Brady. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
To throw is Brady. He's got his man on the crossing route. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Josh Gordon, 65 yards. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead running back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Well, off topic, but we'd be remiss if we didn't point out what else was happening Super Bowl weekend. The Madden 19 Club Championship, second major this season, 2 more to follow. And our winner, Pauvin, representing the Oakland Raiders. He took down the Vikings, and your favorite, Charles, Ivy Strafin. He had to reach for the ibuprofen after a 38-20. Oh, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Mahomes used to moving quickly in college, trying to get his guys to the line.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Ace. Mike.
On 1st down, Mahomes rolling to his right.
Ball.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Number 15 can't complete the pass. 2nd down.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Ace.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Hill. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. They go play fake. Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And on fourth down, they come up and take the knee. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Well, that, my friend, I guess is the definition of a head-scratcher. 4th and long, this stage of the game, what were they doing?
I just have to believe that he looked at the situation, still in the first half, decided if there was a time to be aggressive, now was it, because there's still time to make up for it if things don't go right. Of course, a lot of questions on this one, and look, I want to go for it as much as anyone.
But 4th and long?
Yeah, I don't think I would have there. That one seemed a little bit on the irrational side.
Fans might be a little angry at that one.
54! Go!
Motion, motion, motion. 48. 48's Mike. 48's Mike.
Sub! You're not ready! We take!
The final shot before half for Brady.
He's checking.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. As a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman, as time expires in the first half, and the Patriots have moved out in front. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Defensively, a disaster there.
I know often we're surprised when this actually works. I mean, the excitement level goes way up, but maybe we shouldn't be, because I know as a defender, you've got to play the ball in this situation, but you can't interfere with the receiver because, remember, it's a spot foul, and it'd be 1st and goal if it happens in the end zone, and you don't want to give up that play. And that little bit of hesitancy often works really well for offensive guys.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Right 20!
They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. That 2nd down run, a big help as 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Wide!
Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Right 20! Green 80!
4 down. 4 down.
Wait, we
They
take!
just do get the play off as he'll look to throw.
6 guy. Check 6 guy.
Stays on his feet. And that is incomplete.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good. Even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense, they actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the performance. A couple of touchdown passes, almost threw his first interception, but he's throwing it so well that I think Lady Luck was on his side.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Tight end's right. Right 20! Green 80! Hey, 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 hey. 4 down. Grenade hit.
They do go for it. It's Brady into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a KC touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field.
Here we go.
Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Tight end's right. Wait, 20. Wait, 20. We got 4. Go. Go ahead, baby.
They begin the drive on the ground. It's White. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the third and then carry that over to the fourth.
I like that. Recalibrate. Strong.
That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
It's way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now.
4 down. 20. Wait, 20.
They'll run with White, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Chris Jones on the stop.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Hey, wait, 20. Wait, 20. 4 down. Check. 10.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
And incomplete. A disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Brady not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it here on 4th.
Watch tight end. Tight right. Wait, 20. Wait, 20. 29. Alpha. Rip. Switch. 48. Wait, 28.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect. But overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Mahomes to the former Rams, Sammy Watkins for the Kansas City first.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Left. Check hot route. Hot.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete
Black 58
pass.
rail. Black 58 rail.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Only a yard on the gain there as time will run out on this 3rd quarter of play.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Ready. Green 90. Green 90.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And no, it's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Strong right.
White 20. White 20.
3 down.
Hey, it's a right.
Kill. Turn up. Kill.
White like that.
Throwing on first down is Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they were unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Tight end right.
White 20. White 20.
4 down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
3 down. Hey.
White 20. White 20. Ready.
Motion man. Watch 12.
31. White like that.
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Brady, 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Ready.
Bunch formation.
Blue 20. White 20. Tom.
Hey, check.
From the gun, it's Brady. Looking middle, it's caught by Gronkowski. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Wait! Hey, we got 3. Wait, 20! Wait, 20!
Here's White. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
Woo! You got him.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Wait, 20! Wait, 20! 3 down, 3 down. Go!
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. James White, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Patriots have moved out in front.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4. Ace!
They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. The corner, Stephon Gilmore, on the stop. The Chiefs will try and get to the line quickly.
Not in a position where they actually have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
The tight end, Kelsey, has it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one goes for 36 yards. Boy, how do you let a guy get that wide open in the 2-minute drill?
There's absolutely no way that that's coached or taught. That's an absolute complete breakdown on that play.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Left. Here we go now. Blue 45.
He'll look to throw. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And now a critical extra point attempt here. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that.
Hey, alert 48. Hey, we're going to mic the 48 right now. Let's go.
To throw is Brady.
Coming after you.
And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Brady now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10.
3 down, 3 down.
Tom! Check. Fresno!
Shadow.
Hey, 66. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Back to throw, Brady. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Gordon. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Wait, 20. Even.
On the toss, here's White. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight. Tight end's right. Wait, 20. Move out. Motion. Sit head, go.
Mike, 48's Mike.
Come on. Here we go. Motion, bump.
They stay on the ground with White. White's got a first down and more. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. James White with time running out. And the Patriots have moved out in front. Gostkowski for the point after. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a one-score game in the fourth. Gostkowski now out to kick it away.
39, back deep to return.
And now here comes Kansas City. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense?
And that's caught inside the 30. Well, in overtime, I think Coach is always wondering, where's that magic line for my kicker? They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes on, they might ask him again, still feel that same number? Is it a different number? Right hash, left hash? What do you need? And that goes into the play calling in OT.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.